மாணவர்கள் எவரும் போதைக்கு அடிமையாகாதீர்கள். அடிமையானவர்கள் மீண்டதாக சரித்திரமில்லை. எனவே உங்களையும் சமூகத்தையும் பாதுகாத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் நலன் கருதி கல்வி டிவி.
Hi students, today we are going to study grade 9 application of microorganism. Last 3 class we have studied about this one. This class continue of UNIT-01 application of microorganism. See the screen now. The effect of microorganisms. The microorganism have been used. Microorganism have been used in different industries. Industry mean everyone know that manufactures, right? Industries, because not only the latest one, this earlier the ancient people also well known to use microorganism, right? Here the different industries by human from the past. Yes, they mention past, right? The ancient people also well aware of using microorganism, right? This is what I am saying, the effect of microorganism, right? Sometime effect means sometime advantages or sometime disadvantages, right? So here we will go to the next slide, right? The next one, right? Effect of microorganism. Microorganisms are, right? If it is not clear, I can write it now, right? Microorganisms mean everyone know that can't see with necktie. So that is microorganisms. So microorganisms are beneficial. Beneficial mean advantages, right? Mostly microorganisms are beneficial of us, right? We can make profit of that. When we use microorganisms, we can have earning money, and several advantages have been beneficial for the environmental. Not only us, that beneficial for the environmental. Why we will consider that environmental? Because our environment consists that plant, animal and microorganism. There are three living beings have find out: plant and animal and microorganism. But these microorganisms are they call beneficial for the environment. Yes, actually after death of the plant, say some animals are here, right? Some animals, some birds, right? Some birds, say another animal, right? It's elephant, like, right? Then small, right, insect, sometime snakes. These are the different kind of animals. These are animals. So after the death of this, what have to do? It have to decompose. It has to decompose. That means it is going to have a small component, because you can find out that organisms contain so many organic materials such as protein, lipid, carbohydrate. Those things are available in the animals. After the death, it should be converted as the small particles. Otherwise, think about this, right? If be the dead body from ancient in the world, right? Earth is here, earth, right? if we have all dead bodies in from ancient time to now, what happened? Full of our earth have to completed by the dead body, because dead body have to decompose, otherwise our earth can't be in balance. Not only our earth, our environment is there, no? Therefore, we can say beneficial for environment equilibrium. Equilibrium, we already studied. Equilibrium mean the environment should be in balance, always same in balance. Say example, right? Say one plant, right? One plant is plant, right? It's leaving one leaf falling down, the plant is there, the one leaf falling down. After that, what happened? Yes, it is going to decompose. It is going to decompose because the leaf, actually leaf is a degradable substance. After that, what happened? It is going to convert as small particles. Then what happened? Again that particles have absorbed by the plant. Then when what is happened? Yes, it is move through the leaf, through the stem, and have to use as a new part of this plant, because the dead particles have changed as small simple organic materials, right? Say here the organic material, complex organic material, complex organic materials, right? Now it is converted as simple organic materials, right? Simple organic materials. After that, what happened? It is absorbed by the plant and used to grow the new part. So this is the cycle, like nutritional cycles. So otherwise, if you think, right, if you think that leaves, this leaf, after the removing of this, if it is be until to die, right, until to be the earth, what happened? Everywhere you can find out so many leaves. Sometimes the floor, right, completely covered by the leaf. So therefore, the leaf should be converted by the microorganisms, should be decomposed by the microorganism, because the complex substances have to make the simple substances. These processes have to be by using of microorganism, otherwise our environment is not balanced. Understand? So now I can say, right, if the dead body of the organism, if it is be in the earth until destroy the earth, right? So if it is around the earth, if it is be the dead body, right, dead body covered the earth without any microbial activities, we can't live. Therefore, every dead body, what you have to do? Every dead body have to decompose. The complex substances in our body, complex substances have to converted as simple substances. So the microorganisms are help us. That is the reason they have mentioned microorganisms are beneficial for the environmental equilibrium. Right. We will go to next slide. Effect of microorganisms. That we already studied the equilibrium. It is help to keep equilibrium of the environment. Now the microorganisms, here you can find out the microorganisms can also we already studied its microorganism used to keep the balance in our environment. Here harmful, sometimes it is help us, sometimes harmful to human, right? Earlier we studied the microorganisms which are help us because it can complex substances can be converted as a small substances, but here the microorganisms are harmful us because some of not all the microorganism, some of them, right, some of them act as pathogens, right? It may cause diseases. Pathogens means the pathogens as a microorganisms which can be cause diseases. That is the fact called pathogens. So here pathogen and spoils food. Yes, there are two disadvantages mentioned in here. What is that? The microorganisms, right? You know that the microorganism earlier, that is help us for what? The microorganisms can decompose the complex substance to simplest substance. Example, dead body, it has more protein and lipids, carbohydrate, minerals and everywhere in the dead body. After decomposing of the substance by microorganism, the complex substances have converted as simple substances. Therefore, our environment is going to balance it, right? In this screen shows what is the microorganisms are make disadvantages of us. What is it can make cause diseases, right? So many diseases have find out. Say example, dengue disease, measles, polio, right, tuberculosis, those kind of malaria, those kind of diseases caused by small microorganism, right? Example, dengue fever caused by what is arbovirus, right? Tetanus is kind of bacteria. Therefore, these kind of microorganisms can make diseases, therefore we call pathogens, right? And another disadvantage is when we keep a qualified food, right, that is what happened, sometimes these microorganisms contaminate on the food and make spoil of that food. That means the food unable to consume by the human. The quality of the food can be affected by the microorganism. Here you can see the screen. The microorganisms can also be harmful. Notice one, this is harmful, that is danger to human, because some of them act as pathogens, right? Some of them act as pathogens, right, and spoil food. This is what we are studying under the effect of microorganism, right? We will go to next slide, right? Effect of microorganisms. Beneficial, here the beneficial effect of microorganism. What are the things the beneficial of it? That means advantages, right? Here they have mentioned beneficial, right? Beneficial mean advantage, beneficial effect, right? Beneficial effects of microorganism, right? Beneficial effect of microorganism. Okay, beneficial effect of microorganisms mean, right, some advantages. First is, right, agriculture. Yes, we have find out some microorganisms have helped us in agriculture. say example, right, consider as some kind of plant, that is Leguminosae family plant, right, cowpea, peanut, right, mungata, that green beans, those plants have find out with some nodules in their root, right. The root is here, mostly in tap roots, right. In this tap root, they have find out some nodules in this plant. Why do they mention here? Yes, into these nodules, when they analyze these nodules, right, what is they have find out? They have find out inside of the nodules what is some bacteria, right. Some bacteria have find out. That bacteria living here, that means the shelter of the bacteria in the root, right, that is small bacteria, right, small bacteria is there, bacteria, and that is nodules also there, right. Into the nodules they have find out some bacteria called rhizobium. That bacteria can help us in the agriculture, What they are doing, they can convert atmospheric nitrogen, it can convert atmospheric nitrogen between the soil layer also having nitrogen, soil layer, this atmospheric nitrogen is available. So that nitrogen have to convert it as fertilizer to the plant. So what we like to say, the agriculture, we are using some microorganism in our agriculture, right. Then medicine, yes, nowadays we are using some microorganisms for to cure diseases, right. We will study later medicine. Why we are studied medicine? Yes, you know, nowadays COVID time also they have find out COVID vaccine. Sometimes some diseases, fever some diseases, fever is not a disease, it's a symptom, right. Anyway, the disease tuberculosis, at the time also we are using so many antibiotics, right. So that medicine also, sometimes if you have infected by the bacterial infection, sometimes you may request some medicine, penicillin. So that's the penicillin also kind of fungus, microorganism have used to produce medicine. And conservation of environment. Yes, I already mentioned this. Conservation of environment mean, yes, without this function, without the decomposition by the microorganisms, we can't live. I already mentioned, no, if the dead body be in so many years in our earth, we can't live. So the dead body have to convert it as simple substances, because the dead body contain complex organic materials. So complex organic materials, that complex organic materials have to convert it as simple organic materials. So by what? Yes, by microorganism. Therefore, we can say the conservations of environment. Industries, yes, we will study industries. Industries also have used microorganism. Say, if you are food industries, as a yogurt industries, they are using some bacteria, right? Say bread or bread or other food items, sometimes they are using yeast. That also a kind of microorganism. Another one is research purpose. Yes, sometime we are going to research to find out some medicine against to the disease. At that time we are using some microorganisms which are help us to find out some medicine. Right? Not only this, there are so many advantages have find out. Right? So many advantages have find out. Here another advantages, applications of microorganisms in agriculture. Right? Now briefly we will study about this agriculture, what we are using in here. Say that mean applications we already studied in applications of microorganism, that is our subject is going on, application of microorganism, right? Sometimes students difficult to observe this one, that is the reason we are studying, we are writing again organisms, right, in agriculture. Where in agriculture automatically we have using here agriculture, you know that I already mentioned that bacteria, right? But here gene technology, right, is here they have mentioned gene technology. Before that we have to know what is gene, right? The basic structural unit of the organisms, is cell, right? Into the cell they have find out nucleus and mitochondria and Golgi bodies and endoplasmic reticulum, those kind of organelles have find out. Into the nucleus they have find out chromosomes like small filament. Into the chromosomes they have find out, right, if you take a small chromosome, after that I would like to enlarge it, what happened? The biggest, when we enlarge it shall shows like this. Here inside they have find out nucleus. So inside they have find out DNA. Inside they have find out DNA. The DNA available in this chromosome, helix A. Inside the couple of factor have find out, that is called gene, right? What is chromosomes inside? They have the blue color like a complex part in the nucleus, blue color complex part in the nucleus. This is cell. Inside there is a chromosome blue color. Then we have take one. Inside they have find out DNA. Into the DNA they have find out some couple of factors, that is gene. Therefore, what I would like to say now, the gene can converted. Gene as the factor decide the features of organism. Gene as the factor decide the kind of organism, right? Gene mean, you know that gene in our body we have several cells. Into the cells there are some chromosomes. Into the cells, it's a nucleus. Inside of the nucleus they have chromosomes. Into the chromosome we have find out DNA. The DNA also have some couple of factors, that is gene. The gene have decided the features of organism. right? Therefore, some features we need more, some features we don't need. Therefore, the genetic engineering mean they are working with gene into the cell and DNA and the factor. So, the factor have to implant or some changes by the technology, that is gene technology, for our advantage. So, when they are changing the gene into the nuclear, right, so polynuclear or some any cells nuclear, the features is going to change. Sometime some plants have thin leaves, therefore insect can easily eat it, because the mouth part of the insect is most advantageous to eat soft leaves. If we make gene technology and have find out the thickest leaves, the insect can't eat quickly. So, we can produce new plant against to the pest, that means insect. How? The genetic engineering, gene technology, right? So, sometimes some rice contain normal carbohydrate with folic acid, small part of folic acid also there, that is the rice normally carbohydrate with folic acid. But some of the scientists getting vitamin A gene from any other organism and they inject to the rice cells of something, that is gene technology. Their technology have used the small advantages. One is vitamin A gene have implant to the rice nuclear gene. After that, what happened? This rice is going to develop with rich of vitamin A. So, we have got advantages. By what? Using gene technology, right? Here also they have mentioned, in agriculture crop harvest is enhanced and enriched by producing drought resistance. Sometime drought resistance, you know that when they are not having sufficient water or sufficient environment, that can be live. That is here drought, that is drought resistance, and pest resistance. I already mentioned the thin leaves. The thin leaves is going to convert as thickest leaves by the genetic engineering. So, pest resistance crops and crops with high nutrition. We already mentioned that high nutrition. Sometimes the rice don't have vitamin A, but we have made the gene technology and find out high nutrition vitamin A with rice, and taste, new taste also have find out with the aid of microorganisms. Yes, we are using microorganisms for what? Say example, we have taken the microorganism. Inside the microorganism it has gene. What gene? Say if it is has contain vitamin A gene, what happened? We can take the gene out and put into the plant cells gene. So if it is vitamin A processes or synthesis factor from the microorganism, this is microorganism, right? The black color, the microorganism, but it's contain vitamin A gene. So we have a plant cell. The plant cells don't have the vitamin A factor. What happened? The scientists who are going to inject the factor of the vitamin A into these plant cells, sometime if it is combined with them, after this plant also produce vitamin A, right? This technology I have find out as gene technology, that is gene technology. Okay, we will go to the next slide. Yes, applications of microorganisms in agriculture. Still not finished that, right? Agriculture. They mention biological pesticide and weedicide. What is pesticide and weedicide? Right, weedicide and right pesticides. Right, say example, this is our plant, say paddy plant. We expecting so many paddy from this. This is paddy plant. This is most advantage of us. Right, this is paddy plant. One of the insect have find out to eat our advantageous paddy. Some insect can make damages. So these are called pest. This is pest. Same time, we have find out another plant. Close to the paddy, and what happened when we are using fertilizer, that time this plant, root of this plant, this is unwanted one. This root of this plant, what is it also going to absorb? This also going to absorb. What is the, this is A is the advantage plant of us. This is B. B is wheat, right? Therefore, this wheat not necessary us because our target is growing paddy. This don't want. But unfortunately, this also growing with our paddy. So this kind of additional plants, unnecessary additional plants, called weeds. So weedicide mean the plant can killed by using some unwanted plant, right? Also can killed, and another one is pesticides. Pest also can kill. If killed pesticide, that is if kill pest, that is pesticide. If kill unwanted unnecessary plant with paddy, that is weeds, so weedicide. Now students can understand what is pesticide, what is weedicide, right? Another thing is, right, here how they involved, how they use pesticide. Say example, one of the organism, bacteria, right, contains some genes against to some kind of insect. Therefore, we can take the gene out and inject to the plant cells, right? Inject to the another organism, and that organism sometimes can produce the substances. It can be kill the pesticide. Sometimes the plant also, our new plant also, sometime against to the pests. Sometimes the new plant can find out, new species of the plant can find out, because the bacteria contain against the effect of pest. Anyway, now students can understand this technology. What technology? Gene technology, right? Gene technology have used to find out some pesticides and weedicide, right? Okay. That other one is Yes, gene technology, this one only enough. Applications of microorganisms, genetic. That's examples they have mentioned. What is Erwinia odorovira? This Erwinia odorovira, only this, right? Erwinia, this is in the typing later, they are in italic, so you can find out this as a biological name, right? Is used in developing golden rich, enriched with vitamin A. I already mentioned. Bacillus thuringiensis is muted in Siamese. Siamese, you know this, in Tamil Solam or Iringu in Sinhala. This genome to produce toxins to crop pest, right? This is the, we have find out in applications of this one is the golden rice and normal rice. Okay students, we will continue the application of microorganism in next class.
கல்வி டிவியில் புத்தம்புது நிகழ்ச்சிகளை உடனுக்குடன் பார்த்து மகிழ எமது Facebook மற்றும் YouTube பக்கத்தை லைக் செய்யுங்கள்.